12 teams again this year, so should be an exciting finish. I'm going to go ahead and announce our teams and the flight they're from first, and then I will also go over just the basic format and handicap, and then we can let everybody get some bets in here over the next 5 or 10 minutes, and we'll try to get started. All right, first off, from the Highland Flight with 29.5 points, the team of Hugo Menendez and his guest John Behringer. Next up, from the Maidstone Flight with 31.5 points, Mark DeFabus and his guest Bill Banker. Next, from the Olympia Fields Flight with 29 points, Steve Sander and his guest Thomas Sander. Next up, from the Sunningdale Flight with 32 points, Butch Huber and his guest Marty Mortimer. Next up, from the Killarney Golf and Fishing Club Flight with 27 points, Chris Dunn and his guest John Eckert. Next up, out of the Royal Ottawa Flight with 30.5 points, Rob Lane and his guest Tom Newsom. Next up, from the Weston Flight with 32 points, John Pennington and his guest Harry Donovan. Next, from the Glasgow Gales Flight with 31 points, Jared Sparkman and his guest Jeff Miller. Next up, from the New Haven Flight with 27.5 points, Sean McGough and his guest John Chamberlain. Next up, from the Royal Quebec Flight with 27.5 points, Tom Stark and his guest Steve Gaughan. Those are our 10 flight winners. Now also we had our high point earning team that did not, throughout both days of competition, who did not win their flight. They also got into the field. So over the 2 days, the highest point earning team to not win their flight, and that was the team of Chris Ditto and his guest Jeff Miller, who was also in the flight. And then, as we just saw, our Saturday wildcard team is the team of Brandon Alford and Christian Matthew. All right, so some of the basic rules of the competition. We've got a 3-hole alternate shot shootout. We're going to play this year, we got a few different holes. We're going to play holes 1, holes 2, and 18. We'll come back for our last hole. All right, all the teams do get a handicap. We basically take the average of the 2 players' handicap to come up with one 18-hole handicap. We then divide that by 6 because they're playing 1/6 of the golf course. And then we round to the nearest hole number. So then we round to, the nearest hole number for their handicap. Then we have players could be receiving 0 strokes, or a half stroke, or a full stroke on the hole based on their handicap, just like we did for the overall tournament the last 3 days. All right, I think our pair mutual wagering is open. They've got some information as well. If you want to see the handicaps and some of the breakdown, we're going to eliminate 6 teams on the first hole. We'll go from 12 to 6. Then on number 2, we'll go from 6 to 2 teams. And then on 18, we'll have 2 teams coming down the stretch until we eliminate one for determine our overall champion. All right, we'll give everybody about 5 minutes here to place their bets, and then we're going to get started. Here are hole number 1. And again, all teams and players, if you would at this time, if you haven't done so already, make your way to the first hole. And congratulations and good luck to all of you.